So in this topic, we will be learning about Kridanta Avyas, and particularly this lesson is about Twa Pratyaya, very important Pratyaya. So as we told, we will be learning the Kridanta Avyas first, because yesterday we did Upasargas which were Avyas, day before yesterday we did Avyas. So we are continuing the Avyas series and we are finishing the Avyas series today with Kridanta Avyas. We are also starting the Kridanta chapter. Kridanta Avyayam, that which is a Kridanta and Avyaya is also called as Kridanta Avyayam. The Kridanta which is an indeclinable is a Kridanta Avyaya. Now there are four pratyas generate Kridanta Avyayas, and those four pratyas are Twa, Lyap, Tumun, Namul. In this lesson we will be studying Twa Pratyaya. So we will be learning the Twanta Avyaya forms, how to use and when to use the Twanta Avyaya, usage of Twa Pratyaya in simple sentences. Please raise your hand if there is lot of reading work in this in this uh, in this chapter. So you can raise your hand if you want to read. Kushal Jain, can you read this?
Kritva,
Okay, continue.
Datva, Yatva, Bhuktva, Pitva, Patitva, Rakshitva, Ninditva, Rachiyatva, Kathiyatva.
So these are all these words have got the Twa Pratyaya. Dhanyavadaha. When we analyze these words, we realize that in Twa Pratyaya, what remains is only the Twa. The Ka portion, which is at the beginning of the Pratyaya, is not seen in the final form. So let us understand this Twa Pratyaya in detail. When to use this Twa Pratyaya, when actually we need to use that Pratyaya, and what are the characteristics of that Twa Pratyaya. Twa Pratyaya, the final form that remains or seen in when it joins with the Dhatu is Twa. So in Twa Pratyaya, what is seen finally is the sound Twa. Sarvebhyaha Dhatubhyaha Bhavati. This is a Pratyaya which occurs on all Dhatus. So if you have 2000 Dhatus, the 2000 Dhatus will have Twa form. This is something which we have to know, whether the Krit Pratyaya that we are studying, whether it occurs in on all Dhatus or not. Now this is a Pratyaya which occurs on all Dhatus. Sarvebhyaha Dhatubhyaha Twa Pratyaha Bhavati. Kada Bhavati? When does it happen? Samana Kartrikayoho Purva Kale. This is something we can remember. Samana Kartrikayoho Purva Kale. What is the meaning of this Samana Kartrika? When suppose two actions take place and both the actions are being done by the same person, Samana Kartrika, then that action, that person is Samana Kartrika because he is the same person who is doing both the actions. Now what Twa Pratyaya rule says is, when you have a Samana Kartrika, that means the same person doing two or more actions, then Purva Kale, Purva Kriya, the previous action gets the Twa Pratyaya. Yada Ekaha Karta Anekam Karyam Karoti Tada Purva Kriyanam Twa Pratyaha Bhavati. So when a doer does multiple action, then Twa is used as a Pratyaya and these two actions are joined into a single sentence. But the Twa Pratyaya comes only for the previous action or previous action word. Let us see the example to understand this rule better. We all know the story of Ramayana. Ramaha Lankam Gachati. Rama goes to Lanka. Ramaha Ravanam Hanti. Rama kills Ravana. Now, there are two actions in these two sentences. Gachati Gam, which is going. Hanti, which is the act of killing, to kill. So Rama is the Karta who is doing both the actions of going to the Lanka and killing Ravana. And he does the act of killing Ravana also. So he is a Samana Kartrika. Now, what does the rule says? When you have two actions with Samana Kartrika, here Rama is Samana Kartrika. The actions are Gamanam and Hananam, which is going and killing. Now here we have two actions. The latest action is Hanti. The previous to Hanti is Gamanam, Gachati. So the previous action, which is Gachati, gets Diktva Pratyaya. Samana Kartrikayoho Purvakale. Ramaha Lankam Gatva Ravanam Hanti. So the sentence becomes Ramaha Lankam Gatva Ravanam Hanti. Having gone to Lanka, Rama kills Ravana. The meaning also comes like this. Having gone to Lanka, Rama kills Ravana. So the condition of a Tva Pratyaya is there should be two actions, one followed by the other, and done by the same karta. The previous action gets Tva Pratyaya. Here, Gachati is the previous action. We get Gatva for the previous action. Let us take a set of examples. Saha patitva likati. Saha patitva pariksham likati. He studies and then writes the exam. So the Purva Karya is Patana Kriya, or the act of reading. So it gets Tva, it becomes Patitva. Tvam Gatva Kritva Agacha. You go buy something and come. Gatva Kritva Agacha. So Agacha is come, which is the last action. Previous to the last action, there are two other actions, which is buying and going. So buying and going will get the Tva Pratyaya. Tvam snatva bhuktva pitva saha snatva bhuktva pitva gachati. He takes bath, eats, drinks, and then goes. So snatva, having taken bath, having eaten, and having drunk, he goes to school. Saha shalam gachati. So now snatva, bhuktva, pitva are the previous actions to the last action, which is gachati, done by the same karta. Therefore, all the previous actions get tva pratyaya. Very, very important concept. And we must remember that the forms patitva, gatva, kritva, bhuktva, pitva, gatva, all these are avyayas. The final form is an avyaya. It is also a kridanta. Therefore, it is called a kridanta avyaya. If you specifically want to attach the pratyaya, it is called ktvanta avyaya. Ktvanta avyaya.